Hey everyone, welcome to Behind Closed Doors. This week we talked about conforming loan limits increasing for 2024 as it pertains to house selling. Just to kind of give you a little background, this loan limit has increased a lot in the last 4 years. So right now it just increased to $750,000. It's a roughly 3% increase over 2023 when it was at $726,200. Prior to that in 2022, it was $647,200. 2021, it was $548,250, and 2020 was $510,400. So that means in 2020, if you were buying a house and a loan was over $510,000, then you were trying to get a jumbo loan, and you were paying higher interest rates, and it was harder to qualify for. The pricing of homes, the values of homes have increased so much that we are $240,000 higher than that only 4 years later. So that gives you an idea. You know, people are saying that home values have gone backwards. They haven't. Again, at $750 from $726,200, that shows they don't just make these numbers up. They don't just come up with them out of nowhere. Obviously, the home values have increased. So there's the data to support that. What that means, not necessarily from a mortgage standpoint, even though that's what it directly applies to, but from a home selling or home buying standpoint, it makes it easier to sell your home if your house is going to be in that roughly that point or even higher. So if you have a $800,000 house and someone comes in and they put 20% down, they're going to be financing $640,000 because they're going to put $160,000 down. That still is a conforming conventional loan. So it makes it easier for someone to buy your house. Where it gets difficult is if your house is $1 million and they put 20% down, they're only financing $800,000, they're over that loan limit. It's going to limit the audience of people that, or the potential buyer pool that you're going to have for that home. So it just makes it easier. You want to try to avoid anything you can to make your house unsellable or have any obstacle to overcome. And so Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac looked at the data and increased the values, and now it's going to be easier for you to get that house sold. It's also going to be easier from a buyer standpoint. If you really wanted to buy a $800,000 house and you have 20% down, you're still going to be able to get a loan that has a lower interest rate and has easier qualifying factors. And even if you wanted to finance, if you bought a $775,000 house, you only had 5% down, you're going to be okay there because you're going to be able to put enough money down at 3% to get a conventional loan. Once you exceed that $750,000, that's when you're going to need a minimum of just over 10%. Most of the loans are going to be around 20% if you want a decent interest rate. Because if you do 10% versus 20%, the rate's going to be higher. So you want to try to stay where the loan limit gives you the best deal and the best value. And you want to know these things if you're planning on putting your house on the market, and you want reasonable and realistic expectations of what it's going to take to sell your home. So now this helps. If you have more information that you're looking for or have questions, feel free to reach out. Talk to you soon.